back to the Jason Show at home. They are really good friends of ours, and I love it because I can say that I know some HGTV people. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Fox Homes, our buddies. Look, it's Brad and Heather Fox. And Brad, look at that hair. That is some good hair there, Brad.
There's a lot of tricks to get this. Yeah, this long hair is a lot of tricks.
How are you guys? I've been asking friends that have been popping up on the show, and I haven't seen you guys since, can you believe, first of all, that it's been 6 or 7 weeks? How are you guys doing?
We're good. We can't complain. Our construction business has been deemed essential, so we've been able to continue on those projects, which is really great.
Real estate too.
Yeah. Because we had, we were in the middle of projects where we had roofs off of houses, and if they had told us we needed to stop, that would have been a tricky thing. So it's been good. It's been tough to navigate with the whole new world, but I mean, really, in the grand scheme of things,
we're healthy, so we're thankful for that. And
yes.
Obviously, other people are going through way more complicated things than us. So
guys, I feel the same way every time I start to, and I complain about goofy stuff on this show just to make people laugh, but every day, and it's not some Oprah-esque thing to say, I just feel very grateful. You know what I mean? I feel very grateful that I have the jobs. I'm still getting a paycheck. And anyway, let me just ask you, because what is real estate, before we get to some design ideas, we have plenty of time for this conversation. So what is real estate like right now, guys? Are they trepidatious? Are you still getting calls? How is this going?
Yeah. So we had the first few weeks were tricky because nobody knew anything in the world, really, right? We were all glued to our phones and our news channels and everything. So once that sort of wore off, we were deemed essential. All the transactions that were already happening, people were about to move and close, those all closed. There was a little downtime, but now the interesting thing is the market, there's so few listings because people are just not listing their homes right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the buyer demand is still there, same demand that it was 6 weeks ago. So actually, it's really strong because we're seeing multiple offers on every listing. We're seeing people, here's the big difference. Buyers aren't going to go out and see 15 houses on a Saturday. They're going to see the 3 that actually really make sense. So everyone's just kind of cleaning up the process a little bit. Mm-hmm. They're still going out and buying houses. If someone wants to list, oddly enough, it's kind of a good time to list. So we're kind of inching along just fine, actually.
I love it.
And it's interesting. We're all, I had a showing this weekend. We're all in gloves and masks, and it's a different world, but it's moving along.
Yeah, the new normal, as they say.
Yeah. Well, people that are in a home, they have plenty of time. And they can do some projects. And Brad and Heather, everybody, put together a great list of things that we can all be doing in our house. Heather, I'll start with you. We're going to divide this into sections. And the first one is plan. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Okay. So I think that this is a time we're all in our homes and we're realizing what we really love, what works really well, and what doesn't work, right? So I think now's the time to make plans for what you want to change. And I think that where you can start with that is looking through Pinterest and Instagram and Houzz, saving those images, writing down, kind of make like a little mood board. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just, throwing some pictures together on a Word document is enough. And writing down what you like about those things. And that way, if you ever do a project, you have all of that planning done. If you're actually in the phase of wanting to do something, you can talk to contractors, you can talk to designers, FaceTime. We're actually offering e-design right now where typically we don't do just like 1 or 2 hour packages. Right now we are, because we're all at home and we all have a little extra time. So that's another way you can kind of make plans, is doing some of that e-design stuff.
Make the most of the time. Next, this is an easy thing that most people can do. Paint. You can paint, people, no matter what it is, right?
I feel like paint is always our easy trick.
Always.
Even non-pandemic, it's an easy trick, easy way to freshen up your house. But now you're stuck at home. Heather found a really great little loophole. Sherwin-Williams is doing curbside pickup.
Oh, nice.
So you can find your colors online. If you ever have a question, if you Google that color, I promise you there's 14 photos of different rooms and different examples of that color. So actually choosing your color is not that hard, and you can do a curbside pickup on the paint, and you can handle that yourself.
And all the supplies.
Yeah.
And Sherwin-Williams has this great thing on their website called a paint visualizer. So you can upload your photo of your room and you can change the color right there on the screen. And obviously that's not going to be 100% accurate because it's color on a screen, but it's pretty darn close, and it's a really great program.
And one of the things that people can do pretty easily, and we're looking at it right now, an accent wall. We're looking at a pic now of I love this bedroom. This is a really cool, an easy thing to do.
Yeah, totally. And all you need is some tape to tape around those corners if you want, and then a brush, a roller, and some paint. And that color right there is called Shade Grown by Sherwin-Williams. I always get asked what that color is, and it's a beautiful one. And I think that an accent wall behind a bed or in a dining room, people give accent walls a hard time. I love them. I'm a huge fan, and I think that they add that nice little pop, a great place to put your bed, and a nice place to put a piece of art and have like that cool backdrop behind.
And it's a low commitment.
Yeah. Can I just acknowledge too, I know this is about paint, but I love that headboard.
Isn't that cool? The black and white?
That is an awesome headboard. That is great. Okay, let's move now to another category. Freshen up. Kind of freshen up what you already have, right, guys?
Yeah, and my thought here is go through your space. If there's something that you don't love, as what's Marie Kondo says, if it doesn't spark joy, right? If you don't love something, maybe it's time to get rid of it. If there's this old hand-me-down chair that you've never really liked, no one ever sits in it, maybe it's time to put it in your garage, and when we're able to, go donate it or do it for curbside pickup for someone or something, I just think that it's a good time to kind of take out those things you don't love. And even if you're not replacing it with new things, I'll tell you, a room that's a little bit sparse will always feel better than a room that's overfilled with things.
We're looking at this picture of the chair. How did you spruce this one up?
Yeah, okay, so that is actually like full reupholstery, which is a little bit different. But my thought is that right now, like dining room chairs, the bottom screw off and you just have a little cover on them. You can go to like Joann Fabrics, they're doing curbside pickup too, or you can go online and get some fabric. That's super easy because you don't need to sew. You just need to cut. You can staple it on the bottom, and that's all you need. Staple gun and some fabric. You could totally spruce up some chairs. Something like that one might be a little bit more work, but it's an example anyway of how you can make that old chair look new.
Absolutely. Okay, next category, and that is new art for your space. Or actually, no, we have, it's the same. Yeah, there's one more thing of pillows, right? We have another picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, missed this one. This is a huge part of the freshen up. I think part of that, like getting rid of those things that like you aren't loving. Pillows. I feel like pillows are fine to change out, every few years. Get new updated colors. Find something that you love. Actually, oftentimes you can even just buy covers and cover those pillows that you already have. So measure how big they are, find some pillow covers online, and get with the latest colors that you're loving and that will work with your space. Blush is huge right now. There's so many awesome blush colors. Throw a little pink in your life. Why not?
Why not? Okay, now we'll get to new art for your space. And I think people, when they hear art, they think, oh my goodness, it's going to be really expensive. I don't have the money, but that's not what you mean.
No, not at all. So I actually will create art. I'm not an artist at all, but I'll create our own art just kind of for fun. So we did, Brad and I went and bought some big paper. We traced bowls. We used stamps, and we used some like thick acrylic paint. We made some really cool prints. We have our kids paint things. I think that's a super fun thing to do too. Buy some little cheap canvases on Amazon, have them sent to your house, get some paint. Blick, I think, is also, the art store is doing curbside pickup too. At least they were last week. Get some of those products, have some fun. And then another huge thing is right now on Instagram, if you find a local artist, Minneapolis based, and you like something that they have, send them a private message, because I can almost guarantee that they have stuff for sale. Maybe they have prints for sale. Maybe they have some art that's not listed. And this is a really great time to support them too. And of course, why not go local instead of, getting something national if you can? Actually,
one thing we heard about that, Art-A-Whirl is not going to happen this year. And a lot of the artists that we work with and talk to, half their income for the entire year is made during that festival. So that's a huge hit to them. So please reach out to those artists, because I'm sure they would love to sell you something.
Yeah,
absolutely. And guys, congratulations on the new brick and mortar. But to everyone watching, it's not open quite yet, but people can still you guys are doing a little bit of ordering. People can order, right, guys?
We are, yeah. So we're posting on our social media sites, Instagram and Facebook, and whatever you're seeing on there is available. I'm doing FaceTime shopping. It's just me in the shop. So I've been, people have been reaching out for Mother's Day gifts or whatever. And I'm like, let's FaceTime. Let me send you some photos. It's a customized shopping experience. And
right. And you get her, she'll shop for you. So that won't always be the case. So actually, this is an opportunity for you.
This is a great opportunity in the pandemic.
Yeah. It's been great. It's been a great way. I mean, people have been so supportive of it already. And we're bummed, obviously. We weren't able to open our doors when we had planned, but we will eventually, and it'll be great. Yeah.
Yeah, and follow them. There's their social media right there. Get all the information. Brad and Heather, thank you guys so much.
Thank you. It's fun to talk to you again.
Fun to talk to you.
See ya.
We're going to take a break, everybody. Stay right there. Back right after